Greetings everyone, welcome to In the Flow Living. I'm Antoinette Naomi Reddick, and today I want to talk about how to improve self-love, your self-value, and your self-worth. So, I see so many times in relationship situations with women, and because I can only speak for being a woman, I don't necessarily, it happens with men as well. However, because I'm a woman, I can speak from that vantage point. With women, so often our self-worth is depleted because of the way we're treated with the man. We actually so many times we tie our self-worth to external things, to money, to relationships, to our job, to our profession. We tie our self-worth to those things, and if that's not going well, and if we're not doing or reaching our potential or reaching our goals, then our self-worth, our self-value, and our self-love seems to be diminished and depleted. I remember when I was breaking up with my ex, and I remember the trauma I went through, the emotional trauma and the emotional pain that I went through with that breakup. And I found my self-worth was depleted. I felt like I felt embarrassed because the relationship didn't work out. I felt like people were laughing behind my back. There was just so much going on with my ego. It was just so bruised because we didn't work out. And I also could see how I tied my self-worth to that relationship. And it also happened again when I was going through the transition of closing my former business and moving into self-development and motivation and speaking, and things weren't going the way I had planned them to go. Like I didn't feel like I was being received the way I had anticipated. Like the way I saw it in my mind, I thought, okay, well, my business before, it took me 6 weeks to get it off the ground, but it took me a lot longer to get my speaking and training and coaching business off the ground. And again, it messed with my self-worth because it was tied to my finances. I wasn't making the money that I was making in my former business, and it was tying to my self-worth and my self-love. And then the reason though, because I had to get some important lessons. I had to get the fact that I had been, like, whenever I made a lot more money, I found my self-confidence would improve. Or if I wasn't making any money, or if I wasn't in a relationship that I valued, then I also found my self-worth would diminish. So I could see so many different ways I was tying my self-worth to externalized forces and my self-value, until I actually had to hit rock bottom. I hit rock bottom and I lost everything. I was alone. I was single. I was without those external forces that made me who I was, and I had to re-find myself. I had to remember who I was, and I had to rediscover my self-love without all of those things before I could rebuild. I had to be able to rebuild from a place of personal power and personal strength, devoid of any other externalized force. I had to find that love within myself. So let me give you some quick tips to be able to do that yourself. So if you're feeling like you're worthless, or you're feeling like your worth is tied to a relationship, or your children are going off to college, or you find that you are alone more often than you used to be because your children are not contacting you, or whatever it is, you've lost your job, or you're going through transitions and you feeling low, you have to realize something. You came in here as a bareback baby, and you're going to leave here. Even if they dress you in a coffin, or even if they burn you with ashes, to ashes, you're going to leave here bareback. And so you came here perfectly equipped with everything that you need. Your self-love, your self-worth, and your self-value are within you. Like, that's who you are. You're not the externalized things. You're not the money that's tied to your name and bank account. You're not the relationship that's tied to you. You're not the children that are tied to you. You're not the career. You're not any of that. So you have to actually say to yourself, I'm not these things. These things are externalized forces that are extensions of me. And in order for me to value who I am, who and what I am, I've got to let them go. I've got to let go of my attachment to their actually increasing my self-value and my self-worth. My self-worth is within. And so one of the ways that you can begin to cultivate your own self-worth is you can begin to say, what do I bring to life? Who am I? Begin to ask the important questions. Who am I? What is my signature in life? Devoid or outside of these externalized forces, who am I? What am I here to do? What is my gift? What is my barebacked gift? My natural gift that no thing can layer onto me, no thing can strip away from me. What is that? Who am I? Who is that thing that breathes through me, that exists as me, that is that force that operates my vehicle? Who is that? I want to get to know her, him, and I want that being to shine and to express itself so that I know that regardless of how much money I have and regardless of what circumstances I'm in, my self-worth, my self-love, and my self-value are intact because it's connected to the true source of who and what I am versus the externalized channels or the externalized attachments to who and what I am. You've got to begin to see all of the external forces as externalized attachments and let go of the attachment to those things or the need of those things to fill you up, to give you value, to give you validity. And so that is my 2 cents for today. I hope that it was helpful, and I trust that you can take that gift and allow yourself to realize that you come fully equipped. You come fully equipped with everything you need to express your value, to express your being, to express who and what you are. And that is it. So wherever you are in the world, thank you so much for giving your valuable time. And I wish you a wonderful, beautiful day. And I'll speak with you very soon. Peace and blessings.